That's all right with you. That's all right, mama. Just any way you do it, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right, mama. Any way you do.
Sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. Listen, 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Now I'm just gonna sit at the dock of a bay, watching the tide roll away.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
We got all the lines and all the rhymes. We don't drop dimes and we don't do crimes. We bake a little cake with Duncan Hines and never wear the plastic on the Calvin Klein. 'Cause Calvin Klein's no friend of mine. Don't want nobody's name on my behind. Knee on my leg, sneakers on my feet, D by my side and Jay with the beat.
Down. Hello. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? How's that? Oh, all right. From the Beatles on VJ to the last 4 Grammy Album of the Year winners on A2IM member labels Rounder, Big Machine, Merge, and XL, the artists we just saw were originally signed, developed by, or released in the United States by an independent record label. Independents are the risk takers of the music industry, and without our willingness to commit our support, financial, promotional, and often emotional, these artists may not have become the legends they are today. My name is Portia Sabin, and I run an independent record label called Kill Rock Stars that has had the privilege of taking risks on some amazing artists over the last 21 years. I am also a board member of A2IM and the chair of the committee that put together this awards show tonight. I want to thank everyone involved, especially Jim Mahoney, who gave 110% as usual. The A2IM board has long wanted to honor its members with an awards show, partially because it's fun and partially to show the world the richness and diversity of the talent on independent labels. We also wanted to take the opportunity to celebrate the great people we all work with on a daily basis, both within our labels and outside of them. We thus created a series of awards that showcase both the many facets of what indie labels do and the terrific artists we work with. When nominations came in for each of the categories, I was blown away. I think the final nominees for each award really highlight the range of genres represented by the A2IM membership, and I want to thank everyone in this room for contributing to this excellent lineup. So, to MC this inaugural awards show, we needed someone who loves music and who understands the world of indie labels. Our host tonight has been the bass player and lead singer of Egghead, a pop-punk band who has put out records on several small indies for the past 15 years. He's also a noted actor and comedian, with appearances in movies like Road Trip, He's Just Not That Into You, and the cult hit What the Bleep Do We Know? He's best known at the moment for playing Barry Kripke on The Big Bang Theory, but will live in my heart forever as my high school prom date. John Ross Bowie.
It was as awkward a prom photo as you can imagine it was. Wouldn't it be great if I had it on a slideshow? Wouldn't that be awesome? No, sorry. Hi, welcome to the Libera Awards. My name is John Ross Bowie. Relax, I have not heard of me either. Thank you so much for coming. I am an actor, a comedian of sorts. Most importantly tonight, as Portia said, I'm a huge music fan. I'm really excited to be here, especially in this neighborhood right near Bleecker Bob's and Generation Records and the old site of Second Coming Records and where Kim's used to be and countless numbers of places where I spent untold amounts of allowance dollars while my peer group was out playing activities, doing sports, making friends. I really don't know what my peer group was doing, actually, but I spent a lot of money on records in this neighborhood. It is great to be back. It is great to be here. As you have probably already noticed, this is my first time hosting an awards show, and I'm really excited. I did a lot of homework to get ready for this gig. I watched the Oscars. I watched the Grammys. I watched the Tonys. I don't know if you've seen this, the Adult Video News Awards on Showtime. They are, I see, we have a lot of fans. That's good. They're the Oscars for pornography. They are literally the Oscars for pornography, and I watched them in the hope that they would be educational and frankly, titillating. Oh my God, wrong on both counts. Terrible, terrible idea. If you're one of those people who justifiably thinks it's depressing to watch porn stars have sex, wow, you should watch them try to read cue cards. It's like a less cute version of an infant trying to pick up a Cheerio. It's just awful. I will say this about the porn awards, though. They say it is going to be a 2-hour show, and it is strictly a 2-hour show. And one of the big reasons is when they get up to give speeches, nobody thanks God and nobody thanks their kids. And no, you save a ton of time, it turns out. If you could keep if our winners this evening, hey, we're all winners, but if the real winners can keep their speeches to 2 minutes this evening, we can keep the show moving forward, and and it will give the losers a finite amount of time to seethe in quiet resentment. We would appreciate that. It's a really exciting time for you guys. Independent labels are thriving. There is an uncanny amount of mainstream acceptance of independent artists in the past few years. Over the past years, as Portia mentioned, several Grammys have gone to independent artists, which blows my mind. Bon Iver won Best Newcomer at the Grammys this year, right? For their second album in their 5-year career. Look, it's the Grammys. You know, we should just be lucky they didn't give it to Steely Dan. So, well done, Bon Iver. Congratulations. Rouge Records won a Grammy a couple years ago. That blows my mind because Rouge Records was formed because they couldn't deal with the corporate culture at Matador. Like, if you think Matador is the man, you are fucking indie. There was amazing, I don't know if anyone got as confused as I was this year. There was a moment this year where I thought you guys had gone super mainstream, and I thought an indie rock icon was going to be on the cover of the video game Madden 2012. Yeah, but there's an NFL player named Calvin Johnson. So, terribly mistaken, which actually, end of the day, it's better off, though. Because, no, if you're going to start an indie football team, you don't want anybody from Beat Happening on it, do you? You want Tad. You want Damien from Fucked Up. You want Lou Barlow? No, you don't. That's a terrible idea. Don't put Lou Barlow on your football team. Second string quarterback at best. He's like Zach Saracen. Guys, we have a really fun show planned for you this evening. I would be remiss if I did not thank our sponsors, Official.fm, Pandora, eMusic, and The Orchard. All of whom have, in their unique way, contributed to the landscape and helped make it easier for people to release music without corporate interference. Tonight is a night to celebrate independent labels, those that invest their heart, their soul, and of course their money in the creation of music and then use that label's experience and relationships to promote, monetize music, further artists' careers, and most importantly, deliver to the fans who love it. Libera means freedom in Latin. Independents are free and not confined to the mainstream. They are not dependent. It's right there in the name. The A2IMLibes, each of which is a one-of-a-kind work of art, by the way. No two are the same. They're like fingerprints, snowflakes, or drink orders.
They celebrate that freedom and how your community is not limited by established traditional orthodox or authoritarian attitudes, views, or dogmas, how you are always free from bigotry and open to new ideas.
I remember the headaches I'd get from having to share account info and passwords with the band. It's awful.
Dude, thanks for picking up finally. I'm trying to upload our music right now. It says I need the login info.
Sorry, bro. Ask Wade.
Where's the login info?
What's the login info?
What are you eating?
Those days are over.
That was a stunt laptop. Our first award of the evening is the Light Bulb Award, presented to the most creative marketing campaign / idea. I'm excited about this one. Tom Waits is in this category, which is, I know, it's super exciting because I'm a fan, but I've never actually seen him live. He doesn't tour very much, and it turns out he's got this weirdly demanding tour rider. No, he does. I don't know if you guys saw this. It was online on smokinggun.com. They put his tour rider online. Check this out. Mr. Waits requires a minimum 40-year-old dead body be buried in the green room. That's kind of strange. A slightly out-of-tune piano with a cigarette burn on the middle C key must be placed downstage left. I don't know what that's about. Mr. Waits must be greeted upon arrival by a one-legged Malaysian hooker. I don't know why you would need that. This is crazy. Mr. Waits requires 10 bottles of Gatorade citrus cooler. That's diva behavior. I'm disappointed, frankly. The nominees for Most Creative Campaign Idea are coming shortly.
Eamon Tobin, Ninja Tune, the control over nature art installation with Tessa Farmer, which blurred the lines between art and entertainment, sound design, and melody. Delta Spirit, Rounder Records. This pub crawl and album premiere event featured 3 of the band's favorite Brooklyn bars and hundreds of fans drinking and parading with the band. Emperor X, Bar None Records, the geocaching campaign. Emperor X created and buried 40 unique cassette tapes, nodes, with material pertaining to his new album on college campuses all over America, and GPS coordinates were posted inviting fans to find and dig up the tapes. When a tape was found, the fan was given a digital code to release the node to the world. If the tape was not found, the song would be forever buried and never heard. Girls, Matador, True Panther, the first ever nationwide in-store for the release week of Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Girls played a show at Grimey's in Nashville, which was then webcast live at over 100 retail stores simultaneously via an individually branded widget with the store's logo and buy links. Tom Waits, Anti-Records, an invite-only listening party where each person got 5 codes to invite friends to the party, and then those people each got 5 more codes. The campaign generated over 46,000 tweets in 2 days and saw over 670,000 listeners to 3 million streams, with 100,000 new email addresses gathered in 5 short days. We the Kings, S-Curve Records, teamed with Vivo to launch this interactive music video for Say You Like Me. Viewers chose their own adventure, creating a completely original paradigm involving the band members in a series of video game adventures.
This award goes to the label and the artist, and the winner is Epitaph Anti-Records for the Tom Waits invite-only online listening party. Oh, Sunday, here we go, right here. Right here. You want to take both? Okay. There you go. Here, as a souvenir.
Wow. The first award. Thanks, everyone, on behalf of everyone from Epitaph and Anti-Records and Tom Waits. This was a great promotion for us, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
He had 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the president of A2IM, Rich Bengloff.
in the house. Three things. Shh. Everyone be cool. First, we have a very important public service announcement. The open bar will remain open and only until 10 p.m. So please help yourselves at the open bar. Please do it quietly and respectfully so we can make sure we can hear everything that's going on. I had a lot of participation in planning this event. I signed the checks to the vendors. So I'd really like to thank the people who actually did do all the work, since I did absolutely nothing. I'd like to thank our award committee, Susan from Long Live Crime, Marvin from Empress, Josh up in the booth, I love you, from Warp, Matt Wise, Cheryl Cohn, Portia, of course, is the chair of the committee from Kill Rock Stars, and most importantly, my business partner of the past 5.5 years, Jim Mahoney. Let's give them all a big hand. I have the real pleasure of introducing our first sponsor. I first met Tim Westergren for dinner over 5 years ago, and I know Pandora wasn't doing very well because I had to buy, and everyone who knows me knows I usually don't do that. He told me how he started Pandora because he was an independent artist frustrated with a lack of access that he wanted for his own personal career. All of you who attended Indie Week, Tuesday we had a kickoff. Tim and I had a conversation. We've become actually pretty close friends over the years. We had breakfast that day, and I said, come on over. Now it's a dozen years after Pandora started. Pandora now has over 150 million registered users, and we only have 313 million people in this country. They have over 50 million active monthly users. They have 6% of overall radio broadcast listening. I've become close friends in addition to with Tim, with Joe Kennedy, even though I had to negotiate across the table with him, and Tom Conrad I met at San Francisco Tech about 5 years ago as well. The whole Pandora team has been unbelievable. They've accomplished everything they set out to do. And they support the independent cause in many ways, including tonight they're one of our 2 overall Libera event sponsors and a great friend of the independent music community. I'd like to introduce you to my friend to say a few words, the Pandora CTO, Tom Conrad. Let's greet him.
I know this is what you've been waiting for, the first sponsor speech of the night. Woo! Big stuff. When I was 12 years old, the first album I bought was Sean Cassidy. It might have been David Cassidy. I don't really remember, but I do know that it was that my main source of music discovery at that time was apparently the Partridge Family. And when I was kind of well on my way to a pretty pedestrian life in music, not listening to anything outside of the mainstream, and somebody came along and introduced me to bands like the Pixies and the Cocteau Twins and Dead Can Dance and the Birthday Party. And if you recognize the history, you know that they were all of the bands on the label 4AD. And this was a revelation to me. I mean, it truly changed my life. And I spent the next 5 years, I was that guy in college who just like had to get you in front of his stereo and say, well, if you like this, you're going to like this. And it really, truly, if it wasn't for 4AD and that inspiration, I wouldn't have found myself 8 years ago setting out to try to recreate that experience of introducing people to new independent music that they would never otherwise hear, not with one person sitting in front of my stereo, which was always a little creepy, candidly, but with now 150 million people. And I have to say that thinking about the fact that Martin and Beggars are here tonight to get this Lifetime Achievement Award, well, I have to say I think the 15-year-old version of myself would be very impressed. So thank you so much for all that you do, and it's our mission to ensure that all of you get heard. We do that today. We did 1 billion hours last month. And we play more independent music than anybody else out there, and we endeavor to do so more and more as we take over what's left of the U.S. and the whole world. So, thanks a lot.
One more quick note regarding the open bar, as this is a music awards show. If you have to call your sponsor, can you take it upstairs? Oh, wow, too soon? No, just because the service is bad down here, and I just So I tried mine earlier. He was playing with his kids, and we couldn't talk to him. Anyway. The Road Warrior of the Year celebrates the independent label band artist that was the most fan-engaged, worked hardest at their job in the last 12 months. So whether it was through touring or maintaining a vigorous online presence, these artists remembered who music is made for and worked hard to deliver it. In a perfect world, a lot of us have been on the road. We would give an award to anybody who's ever used a bathroom at a Flying J. But we simply don't have the time. Our nominees are...
All That Remains, Razor and Tie Prosthetic. They played over 270 shows, including a headlining tour as well as tours with Five Finger Death Punch, Asking Alexandria, Buckcherry, Black Label Society, and Hollywood Undead. AWOL Nation, Red Bull Records, has played 110 dates in the past 12 months, including headlining US, UK, and Canadian dates, radio shows, and international festivals with interviews and in-stores filling the downtime in their schedule. Battles, Warp Records, were one of the hardest touring bands in 2011, performing over 180 shows around the globe from May through their most recent tour to Mexico, Australia, and Europe. They even went to Japan 3 times. Charles Bradley, Daptone Records. The now 63-year-old Mr. Bradley has played close to 50 North American shows and nearly 60 European shows since South by Southwest 2011. Highlights include ACL, Bumbershoot, Outside Lands, Montreux, Roskilde festivals, plus 2 sold-out New York City shows in December 2011. Dawes, A2O Records. Toured the U.S. with Bright Eyes, Brett Dennen, Alison Krauss, and Blitzentrapper. In Europe, their touring included supporting Jackson Browne in Spain. Hot Tuna, Red House Records. Jorma Kaukonen and Jack Cassidy have been on the road playing music together for over 50 years. In the last 12 months, they have played over 125 shows as a band, including shows in Italy, Sweden, Finland, Israel, Japan, China, and the US. Taylor Swift, Big Machine Records, just finished a 111-show, 13-month tour. She has 2 songs on the soundtrack of The Hunger Games. She also voices a character in Dr. Seuss's The Lorax. She was recently on the cover of Vogue and is the reigning Billboard Woman of the Year.
This award goes to the label and the artist, and the winner is Charles Bradley and Daptone Records.
Thank you. Charles Bradley can't be here to accept his award. He's on the road. His record came out a year and a half ago, and he really has not been off. The last time I saw him, he was begging me for a vacation. But anyway, I just wanted to thank everyone in this room for being so generous, and everyone that voted for Charles and supports Daptone. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, you guys, if you win, you can take these cool things, and then you can frame them. Yeah, you want it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Charles should totally have that. I like an award show that steps back and sees the common ground between All That Remains and Taylor Swift. All right? In fact, if anybody books package tours, I just had an out-of-the-box fucking idea. The next award is for Best Independent Sync Placement. Licensing has become an ever more important income stream for independent artists and labels, as well as a forum for introducing artists to a wider audience. The nominees for Best Independent Sync Placement are
1970.
Ana Tijoux, National Records in Breaking Bad.
1970. Nació en la región del año 77. Planeta Mercurio y el año de la serpiente.
Dave Alvin in Justified Yep Rock Records.
Are you not divorcing Gary?
Can we talk about this?
Because if you aren't, then I really don't know what the hell.
All right, maybe I wouldn't be so hesitant to tell the world and divorce Gary if I thought you and I could be actually happy together.
Givers for the Kindle Fire product launch, Glassnote Records.
We've been placing the things you love at your doorstep. Now we're placing them at your fingertips. Introducing Kindle Fire, a Kindle for movies, apps, music, games, web browsing, and of course, reading.
Mohammed Rafi in Heineken's The Date ad, Saragama Records. Motley Crue in the Super Bowl Kia commercial, Motley Records 11/7 Music. The Real Tuesday Weld for a National Chevrolet Traverse ad, 6 Degrees Records.
It's raining. It's pouring. But I ain't complaining. 'Cause I love the rain. It's raining.
Stay inside? Nah. Not when you have a 5-star overall vehicle score for safety.
I love the rain.
One more reason Chevy Traverse delivers more.
This award goes to the label and the artist, and the winner is Glassnote Records for Giver's song Saw You First in the Kindle Fire product launch.
For years, we've been placing the things you love at your doorstep. Now we're placing them.
So this award is accepted on behalf of Givers, a band from Lafayette, Louisiana, who totally marches to their own beat. Really proud to be involved with them and their music. And also the visionaries at Amazon, who were nice enough to call us. They have a great music department and been very supportive of independent music. And just to thank everybody at Glassnote, our team, and we are very proud members of A2IM, and really just a pleasure to be in this room with our peers, and thank you very much.
Very nice. Very nice. Motley Crue
Oh yeah,
aren't
I
actually
remember
here.
when web promotion made me feel like it wasn't about my music. Those days are over. Hello?
Just a quick sort of a health notice for all of you. Later on tonight outside, it's going to go down to about 105 degrees, so bundle up. One of the most important partners for independent labels and artists today is the music supervisor, who places our music in movies, TVs, and ads. It's one of the hardest jobs out there, and you don't realize how difficult it is until you see it done poorly. Someone hasn't done their job, they only have access to a limited amount of music. You get examples of music supervision gone wrong. Here, watch this. Now, see, this starts as a good idea, right? But then it becomes incredibly out of place, really anachronistic. This movie's supposed to take place in the 40s. You shouldn't use this to score a fight scene. Now, right here, again, doesn't work. Simply does not work. Probably one of the reasons the Smurfs movie didn't do so well. Now this, on the other hand, this kind of works. I think this gives an element of melancholy to the scene that might not have been there otherwise. I just think there's an element of, I want to say pathos.
Look away!
That I think might not have been there without Bon Iver. So yeah, that's music supervision gone wrong, folks. With this award, we honor those who have done outstanding work placing independent music for use in film, television, and advertisements in the last year. The nominees for Music Supervisor of the Year are Andrea Von Forster, Firestarter Music, Brian McNellis of Lakeshore Entertainment, Gary Calamar of Go Music, PJ Bloom of Neophonic, Randall Poster of Search Party Music, Thomas Golubik of Super Music Vision, and the Libby goes to PJ Bloom of Neophonic. So we don't, okay. Unfortunately, PJ Bloom could not be here this evening. If I know music supervisors, he's buried under paperwork. But on behalf of A2IM members like Domino Records and National Records and the many other indie labels whose music PJ has used during the past year, we accept this award on his behalf with our thanks. Our next category is the 21st Century Award. This is given to the service or platform that was the most supportive of the independent music community in the last year. The nominees are eMusic, Next Big Sound, Pandora, Rdio, Spotify, Sync Tank. And the winner of the 21st Century Award is Spotify. Thank you. Yes, I did. I thought we had somebody from Spotify. Okay. Hi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Wow. I didn't prepare a speech. No, I didn't prepare a speech. This is a great honor. Thank you so much for supporting our service. We are extremely happy to be supporting you, the independent label community. It's a great honor to work with your amazing output every day. And we look forward to growing together with you. And thanks very much on behalf of Stockholm, New York, and everyone at Spotify. Thank you.
Sure, this way. Over here. Right over here. Meet the press. That speech was only 1 minute, but if you go premium, it'll be 4. Thank you. Thank you. I think I just peaked. In the last few years, we've seen an upsurge in creative packaging throughout the industry. This next award honors those who have come up with some of the most innovative and impressive designs out there. This is important since obviously one of the things we love most about our favorite albums is the packaging. Also, it's really hard to do lines off an MP3. The nominees for the Creative Packaging Award are Amon Tobin for Ninja Tune for the limited edition Control Over Nature CD and book. AWOL Nation, Red Bull Records for the album art for Megalithic Symphony. Battles, Warp Records for the album art for Drosklop. Jonathan Colton for his Artificial Heart Level 4 Access Kit. Lacuna Coil, Century Media Records for the Dark Adrenaline Medical Box Set. Ockerville River, Jaguar for the deluxe edition of I Am Very Far. The Deer Hunter, Triple Clown Records for the complete colored vinyl collection of the album The Color Spectrum. This award goes to the label, the artist, and the package designer. And the winner is Ninja Tune for Amon Tobin for the limited edition Control Over Nation CD and book. Okay. Congratulations.
Thanks. Wow. If I had thought that taking an artist and having them break down sounds of insects into waves and turning that into melodies could get paired with an artist who takes taxidermy and turns insects into fairies and turn it into beautiful art earlier, we probably would have made better packaging earlier. But I'm so surprised. This is amazing. Thanks for Ninja and Ammon and Tessa Farmer who did all those sculptures, and that's it. I didn't plan any speech, so thank you.
Oh. You have your hands full. You can come back for this. That's fine. That's great. How are we doing? Tons of time left to the open bar, since none of you were in recovery. The independent video of the year is next. Now, I've seen all of the nominees. They're all great. They're all really exciting, dynamic short films, but I'm 41, call me old-fashioned. I liked it when videos had really inane plots and ham-fisted acting from the bands, and I would love to bring that back. Would it kill, like, the Shins to dress up like Indiana Jones and shoot a video in the Amazon just once? All right? Apparently it would. The nominees for Independent Video of the Year are... Never mind. Here's an official FN. Here we go. Good. Arcade Fire, Merge Records for Sprawl 2. Battles, Warp Records for My Machines. Bon Iver, Jaguar for Holocene. Grimes, 4AD for Oblivion. Gina Granis, One Haven Music for In Your Arms.
In the rain, in the dark we'll lay. In your arms I'll stay. Anything we have known, anything we've forgotten. In the rain, in the dark we'll lay. In your arms I'll stay.
Red Fang, Relapse Records for Wires. Yeah. This award goes to the label, the artist, and the video director. And the winner is Arcade Fire's Sprawl 2, Merge Records. Unfortunately, the good folks from Rouge could not be here because I'm not kidding. They are that fucking indie. You don't see them, do you? They're just, this is way too mainstream for... They're all over at Mac's house having like cappuccinos with fair trade coffee. But we'd like to, they specifically asked that we congratulate all of the nominees, which is classy, and they thank you for this award. Yes. If you would turn your attention to the video screens real quickly, we'd like another word from official.fm.
I used to upload tracks one by one to all these different platforms. Can I get another one? It's pretty time consuming.
Hey, what you doing?
I have to upload my songs one by one.
Uploading your album to the World Wide Web? Hang in there, cowboy. I had to do that yesterday. Had to upload like a jillion different platforms. I could have been fixing my truck. I could have been at a rodeo.
Those days are over.
We're going to have the odd hiccup like that because unlike those porn stars, I do not have cue cards. I'll be fine. I don't need your pity. Thank you, though. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage category sponsor, eMusic's editor-in-chief, J. Edward Keys. These are for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hello. So let me start by saying what a great honor it is to be involved in this event and to thank A2IM for giving us the opportunity to show both our support and our deep love to independent music by presenting the inaugural Up-and-Comer Award. Since 1998, eMusic has been dedicated to using our editorial voice to showcase artists who follow their heart and their instincts. And one thing that's remained constant since I joined eMusic 7 years ago is this: we write about the artists that we love. And time again, those artists are on independent labels. In fact, we love independent music so much that we had to get in the game ourselves and started our eMusic Selects program, where we find and release albums from unsigned artists exclusively to our eMusic members. So I'm here tonight to present the Up-and-Comer Award for the next superstar independent artist. Now, we'll be presenting awards to 2 winners tonight. One of them is voted on by the A2IM membership, and the other by a vote of fans, which in this case is our eMusic members. Both votes were conducted with the same nominees as determined by the expert nominating committees from qualifying artists submitted by independent labels, managers, and distributors. First up, we'll present the award to the artist selected by A2IM membership. And the nominees are Dead Sarah on Pocket Kid Records, Emeka on Ninja Tune, JC Brooks and the Uptown Sound on Bloodshot Records,
I'm trying to break your heart. Still I'd be lying if I said it wasn't easy. I am trying to break your heart.
Otherwise, Century Media Records, The Doe, 6 Degrees Records,
Why won't you let me know now? People, they want to know. I'm such a tiny toe. Why won't you let me know?
Twin Atlantic, Red Bull Records, and the winner of the Up-and-Comer Award of the A2IM member vote is The Doe on 6 Degrees Records.
Why won't you let me know?
Hey, thank you very much. My business partner, Pat Berry, who's also here tonight, and I want to obviously thank the band. They're super cool people to work with. Their management group, Deaf Management, and of course, everybody at A2IM. I also grew up having my mind blown by 4AD Records and Ninja Tune Records later on, and of course, ECM Records in the early days. And really, really proud to be a independent label for over 15 years. And major, major props and respect to all of you out there that are still in love with music and still out there working it during these really challenging times. Thank you very, very much.
And now the up-and-comer, as selected by the eMusic fan vote. The winner is J.C. Brooks and the Uptown Sound on Bloodshot Records.
I am trying to break your heart. I said that I am trying to break your heart.
Unfortunately, I'm correct. I'm incorrect. I retract that. Fortunately.
Hey there, my name's Gerald, and the good folks at Bloodshot and JC's crew asked me to read this. We want to thank A2IM and Bloodshot Records for believing that people still want to hear music that they can dance to, made with real instruments, and believing that American roots music is still relevant and evolving. We want to thank all the radio stations that gave us a shot, the city of Chicago, which is where JC and the band are playing in front of 20,000 people tonight, and the ghost of one of the original independent artists, Johnny Otis. Thank you.
God, how much fun is that J.C. Brooks cover? Oh, my Lord. Wilco must have been so psyched when that song came out. They must have. I bet Jeff Tweedy was in a great mood for like 90 seconds. I am pretty starstruck about everybody in this room, and that's the honest to God truth. But holy shit, this next guy. I don't have to tell anybody in this room what our next presenter did just a few blocks here with 4 ruffians from Queens just under 40 years ago. He has taken incredible risks, discovered amazing talent, and continues to be a visionary over the course of his career. Martin Mills has noted that when Beggar's Banquet first started releasing punk records in 1977, Seymour Stein was the only American label who got English New Wave, understood and supported the ethos of British independence of that era. So it is only fitting that he join us to present the Lifetime Achievement Award. I can't believe I get to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Seymour Stein.
Thank you. I'm thrilled and very proud to have been chosen to present Martin Mills, A2IM's first ever Lifetime Achievement Award. Anyone who knows Martin must be aware of his long-time contribution to independent music, to the independent music label movement, and to the founding of A2IM and similar organizations around the world. Aside from that, Martin is just a great and amazing human being. I ought to know. My relationship with him goes back well over 30 years, when Sire licensed both the cult and modern English from Beggars. That said, it's also 30 years ago, over 30 years, that I sold Sire to Warner Brothers. Technically, I don't belong here. I'm not an indie, but my heart and soul, I stand with the indies 100%, and I always will. Indies have been responsible, always, for setting trends and supporting new genres. That was true in the US back in the 30s with jazz exponents like Commodore and Blue Note, the 40s and 50s with R&B giants Atlantic, Chess, King, Specialty, Imperial, Duke, Modern, and VJ, Rockabilly with Sun, and Folk Rock with Elektra and Vanguard. Of the 41 nominees on the first ballot for induction in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 39 began their careers at indies, like the, yes, it's true, like the aforementioned and other more pop-oriented companies like Liberty, Cadence, Mercury, which was independent back then, Cameo, and Dot. As far as music men inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, nearly all of them were indies. Indie pioneers, true originals all among them, Sid Nathan, Ahmet Ertegun, Jerry Wexler, George Goldner, Leonard Chess, and Ewart Abner were my mentors. I'm sure they influenced some of you out front tonight, particularly the likes of Tom Silverman, Corey Robbins, Russell Simmons, Leo Cohn, Rick Rubin, Brian Turner, Jerry Heller, Eddie O'Loughlin, Fred Mineo, and others who helped usher in the hip-hop era and rap. In the mid-1960s, when I started traveling to the UK in search of talent, EMI and British Decca were the biggest companies by far. Today, we face the possibility that both Decca and EMI, among numerous other labels, will be controlled by Universal. While the two great American rivals who monopolized much of the 20th century, RCA Victor and Columbia, have been rolled into Sony. Back when I first visited there was only one UK indie of note, Pi. I don't know if you remember them, but their roster included the Kinks, the Searchers, and Donovan. The first wave of British indies was started by Chris Blackwell at Island, Chris Wright and Terry Ellis at Chrysalis. Yeah, you should. And Simon Draper, who was the real guy at Virgin, Tony Stratton Smith at Charisma, and let us not forget my dear friend Andrew Lug Oldham at Immediate. Martin Mills, Beggar's Banquet, Ivor Watts Russell at 4AD, Daniel Miller's Mute, Jeff Travis's Rough Trade, and the late Tony Wilson's Factory label led the second wave of indies. All of the above were floating in mostly uncharted waters and really deserve Lifetime Achievement Awards. But what separates Martin and why he must come first is because Beggars has always been and still remains indie. Yes, please. Martin also helped start off indie labels and the careers of great music men, first Ivo, then Richard Russell at XL. Martin also supported and revived others, including Jeff Travis at Rough Trade, Chris Lombardi, Gerald Kozloy, and Patrick Amory at Matador. These remarkable labels share an incredible roster. If I read the whole, including Adele, Jack White, Radiohead, Vampire Weekend, The Strokes, Sigur Rós, Grimes, Fucked Up, and many, many more. So strong, in fact, that in 2011, Beggars outperformed all newcomers in the UK. Above all, Martin is and always has been honorable, supportive, and a true English gentleman. I'm getting emotional myself, sorry. Although this is a Lifetime Achievement Award, from where I'm standing, there is undoubtedly lots ahead for you, Martin, and the Beggars group. Congratulations.
Bellamy Ghost is dead, the bats have left the bell tower, the victims have been bled.
Oh, my heart shines from the sorrow. the marching wheelchairs. Open the blankets and give them some air.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to give this to Martin Mills. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great night. Thank you.
Thank you. Some of you know what my second worst nightmare is. It's making a speech. My first worst nightmare, making 2 in one day. And just a few hours ago, I had a senator suggesting that Lucien and I were good friends. We're not now. Thank you, Seymour. And thank you, everyone. After Rich told me about this award, I was driving home in London from an amazing Alabama Shakes gig, and an affoled 60s hit by the Bachelors called I Believed kept playing in my head. I think, Seymour, even you didn't license that one. And I thought that in accepting this award, I'd talk about what I believe, which I suppose is what's got me here. I believe that actually a US citizen should have won this first award, and that anyone who spent a lifetime successfully running an independent label deserves it. So, Bruce, Corey, and others, this is for you as much as for me. I believe that to run an independent label, you need more than anything, sheer bloody mindedness. You need to believe in yes when everyone is telling you no. You have to bang your fists against the glass every day. I believe in A2IM, in Rich, Jim, Jen, and Cheryl. I believe in AIM in the UK, in WIN, and in Impala and Merlin, all of our collective organisations which make us strong together, and without which we'd be the weaker and the poorer. And I believe in those that work with me and for me, without whom I quite simply wouldn't be here. And I believe with Seymour that most great music, most music of lasting value, in the past and in the present, originates with the independents. I believe it's crucially important to make sure that remains the case, and is even more the case in the future. And that is why I believe that the universal purchase of EMI must be blocked, because its intention is market dominance and control. And that means squeezing us out, denying our releases the oxygen of exposure. And I believe that that would ultimately mean a lowest common denominator music market, however much Universal may hate to hear that. The beauty of what we do, all of us here, is that anything can happen, and they want to take that away from you. I believe that every creator, every artist, and their representatives should have the right to get paid for what they make. If they so choose, that no one should be allowed to take that right away from them and distribute it for free against their wishes. I believe to achieve that in a digital world does not mean censoring the internet, which has brought us such opportunity. It means preserving just the basic human rights of the artist. But I also believe that copyright owners need to be open to a modernization of copyright and updating for an age never envisaged, as long as that modernization does not undermine the market for creators' rights, which is fundamental to any nation's creative economy. And I believe that an independent recording is worth every cent as much as one on a major, and should be treated with equal respect by those who wish to license or distribute it. Thank you, I'm quite enjoying this. But that's it. Finally, and I guess most importantly, having spent my entire life doing this, I believe that we who make a living from music are lucky beyond belief. I believe in the music, I believe in us. Thank you.
I remember not knowing who or where my fans were would lead me to the wrong venue.
West Coast to the house! Throw your hands up!
Those days are over. Can I see that? Doesn't feel good, does it?
Excellent. Good stuff. Once again, Martin Mills, huh? That was a really amazing and beautiful speech. You might be expecting me to say something snarky following that, but I'm not going to, because one, it was genuinely inspiring, and two, do you have any jokes about Bauhaus? No, so let's move on. Great. One more quick thing, and this is fairly important. Apparently, the Wall Street Journal is here, which is awesome, and I know, right? And they asked Portia if I was actually, in fact, they asked a couple questions, and I want to address them really, really quickly if it won't take up too much time. Yes, I was genuinely her prom date. 2, everything but. I don't know why you need to know that, but that is the price of a free press, I guess. So, come on, only one person can be the first to do something. Amici Uzigwe is not only a founding member. I know, Martin made it a little too classy, and then I just completely turned it. I don't feel great about it. Amici Uzigwe was not only a founding member of A2IM, he was also the first chairperson of the board of A2IM, And as you can see from the videos we've played this evening, Amici's latest project, Official.fm, is an exciting new platform for labels and artists to promote their music online. Presenting the Album of the Year award, here is event sponsor for the inaugural A2IMLibera Awards, Official.fm head of content, Amici Uzigwe.
Thanks, John. I'm honored to be here presenting the Album of the Year award on behalf of Official FM. A2IM is an organization that's meant a great deal to me, and I'm proud to be part of the Libera Awards, celebration of the incredible labels and artists from this community. Official FM provides tools for simple and smart promotion of your music online. Our goal is to help make your life easier, make your music smarter, more social, and look better too. It's a free service, and we use the amazing feedback we received from music pros like you guys, many of whom are in the audience tonight, to help build it. Thank you for being part of our mission to build a really great product for you. Please check us out. I'm here to present the award for the Independent Album of the Year. Nominees for this award had albums released between January 1st, 2011 and February 29th, 2012. And the nominees are Bon Iver on Jaguar. M83, Hurry Up We're Dreaming on Mute. Mac Miller, Blue Slide Park, Rostrum Records. Paul Simon, So Beautiful or So What, Hear Music. PJ RV, Let England Shake, Vagrant. The Civil Wars, Barton Hollow, Sensibility Music. This award goes to the label and the artist, and the winner is Bon Iver and Jaguar.
Thank you. Thanks to this primarily goes to Justin Vernon and Brian Joseph and the whole Bon Iver family for the trust, their friendship, and the openness. I know for a fact he values this award much more than the ones he received earlier this year. I also want to thank my partners, friends, colleagues, and family in Eau Claire, Bloomington, New York, and London, and the whole A2IM staff, Rich, Jim, Jen, and Cheryl, Portia for your special role in this. But I also want to thank primarily the whole independent community worldwide. This moment wouldn't be possible without the important work you have done. While this is a time to celebrate how far we've come as a community, it's a good time to re-acknowledge how much work we have to do. Thank you.
We are on the home stretch here. If this were an album, this would be that kind of weird 8-minute track that's towards the end that you listen to when you're high. But do pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome award category sponsor, The Orchard's CEO, Brad Navin.
Okay, I'm here for our final two awards of the evening, both in the category, final two, both in the category of Label of the Year awards, one small, one large. Quick note, A2IM has 298 music label members and only 2 will be recognized tonight. But I think we all agree that all 2,000 plus US independent music labels of all sizes, representing the cultural, geographic, and genre diversity of our music community are being honored tonight, with special honors being bestowed upon tonight's 13 nominees. In full disclosure, Rich wrote that, and I think that if there's 2,000, then fuck them, they should join. So I'm here to present the award for Independent Label of the Year with 5 full-time employees or fewer. And the nominees are Aconi Records, Daptone Records, French Kiss Records, Ghostly International, Rostrum Records, and Surf Dog Records. Hold on a second here. And this year's winner is Daptone Records.
I got a little nervous when I was up here before, so I grabbed a glass of wine and wrote down on a cocktail napkin. First, I think that we should definitely be thanking A2IM. I was definitely remiss in not mentioning them. A2IM is very, very important to me personally. I've been involved in A2IM since its inception, and it's been very, very rewarding to Daptone as well as me personally. We should thank Rich and Jim and Cheryl who are here. Jen, I'm not sure if she's here. Yeah, Jen. And especially just the founding trailblazing board. I think a number of you are here, and we definitely wouldn't be here without you. So shout out to all the early A2IM family. Since they're not here, I feel like we should thank Neil and Gabe, the founders of Daptone, who can't be here because they're out on the road and making records, as they should be. Daptone is definitely a label that I admire before I ever came on board. They're certainly trailblazers and I think fit very well into the category here. It's kind of an amazing group. I know a number of the labels in the 5 employees or less, and it is not an easy place to be. So congratulations to you guys for doing it with 5 or less. It's pretty fucking hard. Definitely a shout out to a lot of the people that support Daptone in the room. It's kind of amazing to get the award from Brad, who I have known for many, many years as well, and has been a big supporter of mine and of Daptone, so it was sort of fitting to have him up here. I appreciate it. And really, I think the only other thing I just want to say is just this is a huge honor for Daptone. I think they're truly an independent, irreverent, do-it-yourself label, and it's an honor to accept this on behalf of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very nice to be recognized by all of you amazing supporters of the label. It couldn't have been done without all of you, and I'm still a very big fan of Daptone. I'm psyched to be part of it, so thanks.
Oh, do you want to? I'm just going to leave these up in a pile up here, and if you won one, come up and grab it. If you didn't win one, but you're kind of a dick, you can take one too, I guess. We are at the last award of the evening, guys. This has been a total blast. It has been the easiest 400 grand I have ever made. Thank you for that. Can you imagine? Our final award of the night is Independent Label of the Year, 6 or more employees, or as we call them, the conglomerates. The nominees are Century Media Records, Concord Music Group, Epitaph Anti-Records, Glassnote Records, Jaguar, Smithsonian Folkways Recordings, Sub Pop Records, and the winner of the Independent Label of the Year, 6 or more employees, Jaguar.
Wow. Thank you, everyone. Primarily this goes to the artists. Without them, we wouldn't be here. I do also want to thank, my colleagues, my partners, my friends, my family at Secretly Canadian, Dead Oceans, SC Distribution. But also, I think all the labels that came before our labels, I grew up inspired by labels like Discord, Touch and Go, K Records, Kill Rock Stars, Matador, Merge, Too Pure, Flying Nun, and I know I'm missing and forgetting a bunch, but without those labels and their primary inspiration, we wouldn't have as strong a community as we do now. Thank you, everyone.
Well, that's it. We're done. You guys, that's crazy. I want to thank everybody, and since we're still here, I would like to just say one thing, which is, when you hire one of your best friends to do something that involves public speaking, sometimes you have to get a chance to rebut. So instead of confirming or denying, I'm just going to say one thing, which is you have to be this tall to ride this ride.
Sure. She used to have a t-shirt, it's true. Guys, thank you so much for a wonderful evening. You have about a half an hour left on the open bar, and then it's cash bar from 10 to 11. Thank you so much to the A2IM for a wonderful, wonderful evening. Congratulations to everybody in this room for being here. Stay cool. Good night.
Nací un día de junio del año 77, planeta Mercurio y el año de la serpiente. Signo patente tatuado y en mi frente que en el vientre de mi madre marcaba el paso siguiente. Nacer, llorar sin anestesia en la camilla. Mi padre solo dijo esa Ana María. Sí sería el primer llanto que me probaría, que mandó las heridas y dándome la batería.